वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ओम श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। Hari Om, Namaskar to everyone. We will quickly revise what we said in the morning and go ahead. Yoga and Vedanta. Yoga is fashionable. It is a style, but it can be made into our lifestyle. Originally, it was our lifestyle, but it became a product. Even now, it is a product, but originally, it was a way of life and not a product. Products come and go. Lifestyles are long-lasting. Vedanta has a universal appeal. Yoga has a universal appeal. Why? Because you need not grow up in the culture of India, or you need not believe in any particular god or religion for yoga to have an appeal and to have its effect. Similarly, Vedanta also. Even if you're an atheist, even if you do not believe in God or any religion, particularly, Vedanta can still have what? Its appeal and its effect. This is drastic for some people because we're so used to. And that is why it is of universal appeal. Okay? Keep nodding your head if you're. One is because of that participation is extremely important. Some years back, I understood that I do not want to teach text anymore. I understood that I want to teach Vedanta, and texts are only means of teaching Vedanta. So I do not want to complete this text. That is not my goal. I probably will complete the text, don't worry. But that is not my goal. Is everyone happy with that? Yes. Because we have heard lots of texts. We have become familiar with this knowledge many times. Hearing it, understanding it, but I don't want that to happen. I want the listening to be of a different variety. I will explain what I mean. Listening is also of two types. One is Shravanatmaka Shravanam. You listen, you understand. And the other is Mananatmaka Shravanam. Reflective listening. And I prefer which one? Mananatmak Shravanam, not Shravanatmak Shravanam. Why? Because you have done enough Shravanam, Shravanatmak Shravanam. आपने बहुत सारा सुना है, बहुत सालों तक सुना है, तो ये ज्ञान तो आप परिचित है. लेकिन मननात्मक श्रवण करने से कुछ अलग इफेक्ट हो सकती है, कुछ अलग नतीजा हो सकता है. It can bring a different type of a result, and that is what I aim. You all have to be this with me, okay? In sync with me about all these. Otherwise, you will say, why is she doing that? Why is she asking more questions than answering? Are you all ready for that? You have to answer each time I say, huh? Are you ready?
Yes.
Enthusiastic? Yes. Good. Now, what is Vedanta? It starts with two basic questions. What is the goal of human life? And who am I? What are the questions?
Goal of human life. Who am I?
जीवन का लक्ष्य क्या है और मैं कौन हूँ? It starts with that and ends with that. What? Starting point of Vedanta is what? What is the goal of human life? End of it is what? What is the goal of human life? Knowing the goal of human life. Realizing the goal of human life. Got it? And that is why another thing that I said in the morning about yoga and Vedanta and their relationship. What did we say? Ashtanga Yoga is a means to prepare yourself for the ultimate goal of Vedanta. Vedanta talks of the ultimate goal, and Ashtanga Yoga is a wonderful means of preparing ourselves for what? The ultimate goal. There was another thing that I spoke about yoga. There are many Gitas, but when you say Gita, you mean what? Bhagavad Gita. Similarly, there are many yogas. But when you say yoga, you mean which? Ashtanga yoga. You understand the popularity of that? Similarly, when we talk of Vedanta, what happens is there are many, many philosophies of India which speak of, Vedanta in one way if you see. But when we talk of Vedanta, we mean it has become so popular, Advaita Vedanta of Shankaracharya. That is only what has become what? Most popular and known. And its prachar and prasar is the maximum. Do you agree with me? If you watch on the YouTube also, anyone, all that this will be what? Advaita Vedanta speakers will be there with hundreds and thousands of followers. Is it true or not? So, what are the questions? What is the ultimate goal of life? I won't go into a long discussion on that. When we say what is the ultimate goal of human life, okay? Because we are all what? No doubt. The ultimate goal of an animal's life could be different. Do you agree? The goal of an animal's life is different. But the human life goal is different. We are human beings. This is a very, very, very important thing. So, what is the goal of human life is very important to understand. So, what we can do in other lives, if we do in this life, it's a waste of human life. Agree? Right? It's not that we don't do those things, but if you just remain with those things, then you haven't used this human life. So, all of us want happiness. Animals also want happiness. So, can we say the goal of an animal life is to get happiness? The goal of human life is also to get happiness? Yes or no? Do animals want happiness? Yes. Come on. You don't know? Of course, every being goes towards happiness. Try to torture an animal, you'll find out. Everyone wants happiness. Is it true or not? What you want is your goal, right? And what do the animals also seek? Happiness or not? Yes. They seek it. You give them something to eat and all, immediately they think happiness is there, right? So they go. We go to a vada stand, they go to a bone stand, whatever, I don't know, whatever is their food. So we go for happiness, they go for happiness. So we'll think their goal and our goal is what? Same. Right? But is it the same? Yes or no? Yes. They want happiness, we want happiness. Okay, they want their happiness to last, or they don't want their happiness to last? They want their happiness to last. We want our happiness to last. They want more happiness or less happiness? They want more happiness. We also want as much possible happiness as we can get. So they want everlasting happiness. We too want everlasting and infinite happiness. Both of us want that. Only thing is, we have the understanding of that. They do not. Is it okay? So even though they have that as, so to speak, the goal, it can never become a conscious goal for them. And for us, it is a conscious goal. And only when it is a conscious goal can we call it a goal. Is that okay? Everyone? I'm saying a very important thing. What?
Conscious goal.
Only when it is a conscious goal, we can call it a goal. Write down these things and think about that. Once more I repeat. What? Only when it is a what? Conscious goal can you call it a goal. So then, does every human being have the goal of infinite and eternal happiness? Remember, what is the word I said? Only when it is a conscious goal can we call it a what? Risha, come here. Come and sit in the front. It doesn't matter. Only what? What did we say? Only when it is a conscious goal can we call it a goal. Otherwise, so we don't know. We just, so if that is the case, then please tell me, for all of us, is it a conscious goal, eternal and infinite happiness? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it a conscious goal? I'm not saying whether it's the only goal or not, but is it a conscious goal?
Yes.
Do we all want eternal and infinite happiness?
Yes.
Now, there is something called a dream and there is something called a goal. What is the difference between a dream? Everyone says you must dream big. Should you or should you not? Yes. You must have big dreams. Yes. So, what is the difference between a dream and a goal? A dream becomes a goal when you do something about it. Can you note that? What? A dream becomes a goal when you do something about it. Till that time, it is only a dream. Now, please tell me, eternal and infinite happiness is our dream or is it our goal? Every moment that we are striving, are we striving for eternal and infinite happiness? Is it a goal or is it only a dream? For all human beings? Are we consciously wanting eternal and infinite happiness? We are all striving for happiness. Animals also are striving for happiness. Ultimately, they also want eternal, the concept of eternal, infinite happiness is not there also in their mind. Is it true or not? For us also, majority of the people that consciously have we thought, oh, I want eternal, infinite happiness. Have you ever thought like that? We haven't. Majority of the people have never thought like that. I want what? Eternal, infinite happiness. Have you thought like that? No. Why I'm saying all this is that please remember everything I speak is only for making ourselves into that position, okay, where we want. So now we have to understand that if you say I'm a student of Vedanta, then what should happen? Then what should happen? Eternal and infinite happiness should become my, not goal, conscious. Have you understood? What? Once more? Eternal and infinite happiness should become my. अगर मैं कहूँ कि मैं वेदांत की क्या साधक हूँ तो मेरा क्या लक्ष्य क्या होना चाहिए अंतिम क्या नित्य और अनंत सुख और वो भी ऐसे ही नहीं कॉन्शियसली मेरा ये गोल होना चाहिए So all of us must, whenever I say something, you think about it. Is this my conscious goal? Tell him to keep quiet. आवाज करें. You get it? All of you ask yourself, what? Is this my conscious? Ask yourself this right now. Is eternal and infinite happiness my conscious goal? Ask. Think what I have to do to make it my what? Conscious. Then you are a student of Vedanta. Then, if there are any questions in your mind, don't hesitate to write them down and give it to me. And I definitely will answer. Many times you will get your answers yourself. And if not, just write them down. Questions are extremely important. So write them down and bring it here, put them over here, and we'll definitely answer them. Now, what was the other thing we said? Who am I? So Vedanta says, I am that internal and infinite happiness that I seek. So, what? What is the goal of human life? Eternal and infinite happiness. Who am I? I am eternal and infinite happiness. So when you put this together, you come to this great, great, great conclusion. I am what I seek. The sentence is extremely important. What? I am what I seek. I already am. जो मैं क्या प्राप्त करना चाहती हूँ वो मैं हूँ, ये वेदांत बताता है. Okay? Now, this is knowledge. Okay? What is this knowledge? I am what I seek, or I am eternal, infinite happiness. This is the knowledge. So, how will knowledge take place? How does knowledge take place? Where does knowledge take place? In the stomach? In the leg? Where does knowledge take place? In the mind. Right? So, knowledge has to take place where? In the mind. Okay. This is where the knowledge has to take place. Now, as what does knowledge take place in the mind? What is this? Whatever you saw, no? So where did the knowledge happen? In the mind. As what did it happen? As a thought. Okay, have you understood now? What is our goal now? To get the knowledge. Where? In the mind. As a thought. Will you remember everyone? What do you have to do? Get knowledge. Okay. Where?
In the mind.
Whose mind?
Mind.
Whose mind? If it happens in my mind, will it help you? It has to happen where? If it happens in the Guru's mind, will it help you? Okay? Whose mind it has to happen? My mind. Okay? As what? As a thought. Right? So that is the goal, huh? Now remember, वेदांत का गोल क्या है? कि हमारे मन में ज्ञान की वृत्ति हो, ज्ञान हो, ज्ञान बनना चाहिए, ज्ञान होना चाहिए. ठीक है? No problem so far? Everyone? Now, so how does knowledge take place? So, knowledge takes place when there are three factors. One is the object of knowledge, which we call prameya. What do you call it? Prameya, object of knowledge, जिसका ज्ञान होना है. Then the means of knowledge, which is called pramana. And the what? The one that knows, pramata, knower of the knowledge, means of knowledge, and they have to align. If this is somewhere else, where, what? No, this knowledge will not place. Then what happens? This has to be there, no? This has to be there. Then the pramana also be. If the eyes are looking, this is there, but the eyes are looking somewhere else. What will happen? Then you say, no, what? Or if the eyes are foggy or something, or if the person is blind, then what will happen? It's right in front. Then what happens? You look. So to speak, the eyes look. Or there is something, something blocking the eyes. Eyes have to be right. Yes? Okay. So I show you something, and you say, okay, let me listen to it. I said, no, see it. He says, no, I will get knowledge through. You'll say, no. For this, you have to open your eyes and see it. So the right means must be aligned to the object. All that is there. But if this is somewhere else, what will happen? Bolo. Right now, where is this? Here or somewhere else? For everyone? Here? Good. So now, this, and this must align, and then the knowledge happens. Okay? This is very clear. What are the three things that have to align? Prameya, pramana, pramata must all align, and then what will happen? Knowledge takes place. Good? Now, for Vedanta knowledge, what is the object of knowledge? What is it that we want to this? The Atma or the Self is what we want to know. Is it okay? What was the question? Who am I? So that I is what we want to know. Okay, everyone? Object of knowledge. That object of knowledge, is it available or not available? Everyone? Here or somewhere else? Right now? Today or tomorrow it will be available? Today it is available, but tomorrow will it be available? And the day after? Was it available yesterday? So it will be there, right? So we can know it anytime, na? Yes? Even when I grow old, I will know, na? Atma will be there or not there? So what is the hurry? That's what Sid says. Atma is always available, na? Next lifetime it is available. So why this lifetime? And the same Atma will be there, or it will change? No, it doesn't change. No problem. Okay, so this Atma, this is a very, very important thing to understand. See, nothing else in the world is available all the time. Is it understood? This is very important, very, very interesting thing. What I want is ever available. Arey, kya baat hai? What I want eternal and infinite happiness. And what is that? Bolo. Ever available. Isn't it? Are you not amazed by this thought? No? Look at your faces. Come on, I'm telling you that what you want, that ultimate happiness and everything is what? Ever available. You don't. That इसका impact हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? What? Can you imagine that? It's ever available. Any time, every time, all the time. जब चाहे जैसे चाहे हमेशा उपलब्ध है. क्या बात है ना? Any time. Okay. So you don't have to go, chunna padega. If you want to buy something, no, in this shop, which shop will you go? No, not this shop. No, there it is a better quality. Will there be better quality Atma somewhere? This Atma not that great. That Atma, better Atma. Any such thing happens for Atma? Yes or no? Does anyone have better quality Atma? Someone has not that great quality Atma? Or someone has no Atma? Does it happen like that? Everyone has same Atma. What a wonderful thing it is, isn't it true? No, I got Atma, Jnana, but my Atma Jnana is higher than your Atma Jnana. Is that possible? Why not? Acha. You got Atma Jnana. You also got Atma Jnana. I also got Atma Jnana. Will our experience be the same or will it be different? Different? No, I'm asking you. We all know. That's why we are sitting here. If you had got it, you would not sit here. That is understood only. What I'm saying is, supposing 3x, y, z have Atmajnana, will their experience be different or will their experience be same? Should their experience be different or should their experience be the same? Can their experience be different or can their experience be is the same? There are different connotations to all the questions. Huh? Okay. You experience God, I experience God, X experiences God. All the three experiences of God can be different or are not different. See, immediately when they say God, immediately they talk different. You see this? And many times I wonder at this. Anyway, we leave this alone. It's a different topic, but we won't go into that. Now, so the Atma in everyone is the same. And therefore, the knowledge, I am that supreme Atma or infinite Atma, that knowledge will have to be the same. Knowledge does not depend on an individual. Knowledge depends on the object that you know. This is a mic, but I want to know it as a paperweight. Is there anything wrong with that? Come on.
Yes.
You will say, Swamiji, if you want to know it as a paperweight, who are we to say anything? But it is not a paperweight. It is a mic. Will you say that or not? So if I want to know the mic, I have to know it as the mic is, not as I want to know it. Clear? Similarly, if I want to know Atma, I have to know Atma as Atma is, not as I want to know it. Very clear? So, your Atma Jnana, my Atma Jnana, her Atma Jnana will be different or the same? Same. Has to be. If it is different, then someone does not have Atma Jnana, full stop. You understand that? They have something else Jnana, but not Atma Jnana. No problem so far, everyone? Okay, fine. So we know that Prameya is available at all times. There's no this difference at all. Right? Now, what is the pramana for knowing Atma Jnanam? What is the means? It's not the eyes because Atma cannot be seen, heard, tasted. That so this is not eyes, ears, nose. You can't smell Atma. You can't touch Atma. You can't see Atma. Okay? It is not available for our perception. So no one can say, I saw Atma. I heard Atma. I got the sound of Atma. Can you get the sound of Atma? No, Swamiji. Om is the sound of Atma. No, Om is not the sound of Atma. Very clear? So you can't hear Atma, you can't smell Atma, you can't touch Atma, you can't taste Atma. Very clear? Okay. Then, can you infer Atma? So not really. So basically, what they say, then Vedanta is the praman, is the means of knowing Atma. What is Vedanta, the means of Atma means? See, many times we think Vedanta as a book. Okay. It is the knowledge, please understand, it is this knowledge of the self which is there in this book which is the pramana. Is that clear? So they say Upanishad are the means of knowledge. So Shankaracharya ji clarifies, Upanishad nama Brahma Vidya iti uchyate. What is Upanishad? It is knowledge of the truth. Okay? So the means of knowing is what? Upanishad, Vedanta. Now you understood now? Vedanta is a means. Hey Papa, you said Vedanta is the goal. Swamiji, you're confusing us. Is Vedanta a means or a goal? Will you please tell me, all of you? Is it the means or the goal? What is our goal? To know the self. How will we know the self? Through the knowledge of Vedanta. The knowledge of Vedanta is a means or a goal? Means to know what? The self, right? But what does Vedanta say? That you are that ultimate truth, right? So the ultimate truth is the actual knowledge given in Vedanta. So therefore, Vedanta is both the means to know the ultimate truth, and what it reveals is the ultimate truth. So it becomes the, so to speak, the means and the goal. Is that okay? Think about it. Now, if you have got this now, Prameya is over. Now, next one was what? Pramana. That also we have understood to some extent. We'll think about it. And the third one is what? Pramata. Now, this is the most, what do you say? Tricky thing in the whole, and that is what? Our mind. Now, so the mind, to know this truth, has to be of a particular type. Then only it can know. This knowledge is such, it's like that. Supposing a person is being taught Einsteinian physics, let us say. Now, third standard child is told, okay, I am going to teach you what? Theory of relativity. What will happen? So you have to be, for any knowledge, for that matter, any knowledge, you have to be fit for that knowledge. Do you agree with me? So now the question over here is also, so what type of a quality of mind, or what type of a mind can know this truth? So Vedanta gives a whole big list of things. The list is little scary. What do they say? Sadhan chatushtaya sampanna adhikari. What? Vivek. Then Vairagya. See, people give their children's name Vivek, but I rarely have ever heard of anyone giving their name Vairagya. Because that Vairagya word itself scares us. It's a good name, na? It's a nice name, Vairagya. What a lovely name. Actually, we should give some nice name. Next time someone comes to me, na, that please give our child a name. Vairagya is a good name. But no, Vivek, lots of Viveks are there. But Vairagya is not there. This is exactly what happens with us also. We have a lot of Vivek, but Vairagya. Then Shama, Dama, Titiksha, Uparati, Samadhana, Shraddha. 6 such virtues must be there. And believe me, each is extremely important. I can't go into details of it, each of them, but we'll touch on whatever we need to touch when we need to touch. And the other is what? Mumukshutvam. Ayuhu. What is that? Desire for moksha. That is also, and a very important one. In all these, every one of them is important, but they say 2 of the most important ones, Vairagya and Mukshutvam. That's what they say. Actually, all are important. We won't go into this, which is more important, but they are important. Now, see this big list, I would prefer to make it into 3 words. They're easy to understand and easy to remember. Which are the 3 words? This type of a mind is required. So remember, our aim is to make our mind like that. Shuddhata, Ekagrata, Sukshmata. Try to remember these words. What? Shuddhata, purity of the mind. Ekagrata, concentration of the mind. Sukshmata, subtlety of the intellect. All this sadhana chatushtaya itself is this 4. Not different thing. It's the same thing, only I'm saying it in this way. Shuddhata, mind must be really pure. Means no raga, dvesha, all these things must not be there. No likes, dislikes, anger, jealousy, all those things must not be there. Then ekagrata means the ability to focus, the ability to concentrate. And sukshmata means the ability to think subtly. What is the meaning of subtle thing? To know a thing as it is. This ability to know a thing as it is called subtlety, sukshmata. Drishyate tu agraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhi. It is said. Agraya buddhya, concentration, and sukshmaya. Both the things. Now, yoga is a very good means of Shuddhata and Ekagrata. Okay. Bhakti is a very good means for Shuddhata and Ekagrata. Karma Yoga is a very good means for Shuddhata. Ekagrata may not be that much. Shuddhata. There are so many different types of this. Very good. And for sukshmata, when shuddhata and ekagrata are there, sukshmata starts coming to some extent, but it may not be there. Vedanta vichara is a very good way of bringing sukshmata, subtlety of the mind, subtlety by vichara. Vedanta vichara. Viveka. Practice of viveka will bring what? Make the mind what? Subtle. Okay. And actually, Ashtanga yoga is terrific. It's wonderful. Why? Because see, the yama and niyama of that yama niyama practice is excellent for Shuddhata. What is there in yama niyama? How to harmonize your relation with others is yama, and how to fine tune yourself inside is niyama. If you see what they do, ahimsa, satya, etc., are how to live in harmony with everyone else. And if you have ahimsa, satya, etc., I am telling you, all your mind and all the emotional this will get what? Cleared. Is it true or not? It's excellent. I mean, that yama and niyama are too good. The following of that is very, very powerful. And that is why the Yoga Sutras say, you'll study probably, I don't know how much time you'll get to study this, but in the Yoga Sutras it is said, if you supposing you have nishtha, you have complete this in satya, then what happens? When whatever you think will become the truth. Whatever you say will become what? Truth. If you are completely established in ahimsa, tat sannidhau vairatyagaha. What? In the presence of a person who is completely abiding in ahimsa, anyone else, their vaira will go away or they will go away. What will happen? Either they will go away or their vaira will go away. Vaira means revenge, dislike, hate. In their presence, no one can dislike anyone. Can you imagine that? And I have seen, in the presence of Gurudev, people who used to otherwise fight with each other, but when they come to each other in front of him, they will all say, ha, hoo, ha. Nicely, then the minute they go away far, they will fight. That's a different thing. Have you experienced such things? If some great person is there, you can make out that if you go in their presence, you will feel a peace. You'll feel a nice thing, in there. You'll feel, then you understand that here, some greatness is here. Are you understanding? So, Shuddhata. So, all three are extremely important for this. Now, what is the way of Vedanta knowledge. Now, for that, let me talk about three types of sadhanas. Then whole text we will try to put it into this framework, so to speak. Three types of sadhanas are required for realization. Our thought, na? That knowledge must happen as a thought in the mind. No, that is our goal. Na? Don't forget that. One is called Bahiranga Sadhana. What is it called? The other is called Antaranga Sadhana. And the third is called Sakshat Sadhana. What? Bahiranga Sadhana, Antaranga Sadhana, Sakshat Sadhana. Now, let's take the example of rifle shooting. So you have a target and you want to what? Shoot. So what is the step number one? Step number one is prepare the gun. Anyone who has, or obviously none of you have, so you don't know that. First thing is not, step is not you start aiming. What do? You first prepare the gun. You polish it, you clean it, you see that it works properly and all of that. Right? Because if you don't do any of this, it gets stuck. It may not work properly. So first you prepare the gun, everything. You put the bullet inside also. Right? Load it. You prepare it, you clean it, make it ready. So first step is what? Preparing the instrument you're going to use for shooting. Is it okay? After that, what do? Right? Focus, concentration, complete steadiness of the hand, steadiness of this, and your eyes and your gun point, everything is aligned. At that time, if your mind goes here and there, not a good idea, right? Mind has to be single pointed, focused, this, nothing else. Okay. Then, after doing all of that, what do? You pull the trigger. After pulling the trigger, can you do anything? Finish game. No, after that you can't do it. If it goes somewhere, you can't say bring it back, no, take it back. No, this is it. Just. Okay. So preparing this is called Bahiranga Sadhana, preparing the instrument through which you are going to this. What is the instrument that you are going to use? The mind. So remember, please, many times when you say mind, we Vedantis are Mahapurushas. We will always say, oh, mind has to be, Arey Baba, that mind is in the body. So body also should be ready and nice. Have you understood? That's why yoga is important, because it takes care of the body also, which is housing the mind. Are you understanding? Because many times Vedanta students are like that. Mind, and body is what? And then you can't do sadhana. You can't do anything. No antaranga, no nothing sadhana. Have you understood this point? I'm not saying it just like that. It's a fact. If your body is not healthy, you can't do sadhana. Everyone understood this point? Body should be healthy. Relatively, that is why I always say, relatively healthy body. Three things are required. Relatively healthy body. I'm not saying you have to be some like this, but you have to have a relatively healthy body. And relatively pure mind. Total no raga, dvesha, ultimate. That is not possible right now. Otherwise, it may take years and years and lifetimes and all. That is so a relatively pure mind. What? Relatively healthy body. All of you have that relatively healthy body. Say something, na?
Yes.
Relatively pure mind, at least here. When you're sitting here, you have a relatively pure mind. No. Outside you go, whatever happens, I don't know. But here, no raga dvesha. Right now, any raga dvesha, nothing is coming in the mind, right? And a intellect which has determined the nature of truth. This is an important thing. What? An intellect which has determined the nature of truth. Once you have this, you can work now. This is what you call, no, like you collect all the ingredients now for making your, cooking your food. You must have no all the when you start and then you say, Are Rama. Many times people do like that. They sit to do puja and all of a sudden they say, Are Naivedya is not there. Then someone will Naivedya. So poor Bhagwan is left here, sometimes in the bathtub. And then to wipe that Bhagwan cloth itself, then what will happen? So what do you do first? You gather everything that you are going to need. And then what happens? Now we can do the whole thing. So for Vedanta, what do you need? 3 things. Relatively healthy body, relatively pure mind, and an intellect, a sharp, focused intellect which has determined the truth. What? A focused intellect which has determined the truth. And if you have that, then you don't need anything outside. Very, very important thing I'm speaking. Huh? What? Then you don't need anything from outside. Then you have all the masala to do the cooking yourself. Till that time, you will be dependent on outside because some masala is with someone else. That guru has got the salt. Without salt, maja hi nahi hai na. So you have to keep on saying, yes, guru, tell me. So the guru will say, I'll give you a little salt. By the time he gives a little salt, you throw away that salt. So nothing, no. So again you wait. You understand? But if you have this, you are independent of outside. Then you have the masala to cook and you can cook. You must sit and cook. Okay. Sometimes, okay, then I'll explain. So now Bahiranga sadhana is the way to clean the instrument. Okay. So what are the different ways in which you can clean? So there are many ways. Okay. There is not one way. Fortunately for us, and that is why we Hindus were very open. हमने क्या किया? किसी को भी आप कहेंगे हम ये बोलते हैं, इसका नाम करते हैं, ये जप करते हैं, ये साधना करते हैं. We don't mind any type of sadhanas for purifying the mind. Because some people become very rigid. Only karma yoga. Some say what? Only bhakti yoga. Some say only ashtanga yoga. Some say only kriya yoga. And some say this is the best. That is like that. If you say like that, this is like every advertisement company saying my soap is the best. And that only will take out all the stains. Every company says that, What do they say? Our brand is the what? It will take out the cloth also along with the stain. Everything will go away. You will see nothing after that. So good it is. You understand? For you, see, supposing if it is a soft or cloth or woolen cloth, then a certain type of this is better. Do you agree? Each type of personality. So for Antakarana Shuddhi, for getting the mind prepared, please use a good permutation combination of sadhanas to suit you. What? That's very, very beautifully explained in our temple architecture. In the temples, what is there? The door to the Garbhagriha is only one, always. Remember. But getting to the Garbhagriha, you can come from the east side, this or west side. There will be so many doors, like you go to Meenakshi temple, from here you can enter, from there you can enter so many places. But into the Garbhagriha, only one. So similarly, Antakaran Shuddhi, you can do the preparation of the mind, that Bahiranga sadhana. You can do this so many. Some people say only japa. Fine. If for you only japa suits, do only japa. Some people say no, 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 no. Seva, service. Hey, you do that. Are you all understanding? No insistence on that. My brand is the best brand for you. So if someone says, no, japa is the best. For who? For me, let us say. Are you all understanding? Yes, for you. No problem. I have absolutely no problem. So Bahiranga sadhana, and it's always a good to do what? A combination that suits you. And from time to time, since you change, you might have to decrease one, increase one, change one, depending on you. But you can't, every day you should not change, otherwise there will be nothing happening. There are some people, okay, today I will do this. I'm telling you, we are so busy only, we go what is called a spiritual shopping. Oh, we are famous nowadays. So what do? We try out this, then we try out, then we try out. And what happens at the end? Bolo. There's a very good example that they give. This man wanted water from this. So he dug a well here. Then someone said, what this? This is a better place to dig well. So 5 feet he dug here, then he went to another place. He started digging there also. They said, what, do you think you are going to get water here? Not a chance. Dig over here. So he started digging there. And then he dug 15 places, 5 feet. And what happened? No water. Okay. That should not happen. Whereas if he had dug deep, he would have got it in one place. So therefore, whatever sadhana, if you do it with nishtha, it's probably good for you and you will do this. So, Bahiranga sadhana can be many. Is that okay? In your own life, it can be a what? Combination. It's possible. Some people say, no, for me, yoga is only for my body's sake. For my mind, I will do japa. Or for this, I will do something else or something. Or, no, meditation and concentration, I will do this. Are you understanding what I am trying to tell you? It depends. Some say, no, Kriya Yoga, for me that works really well and all that. Fine. So don't condemn anyone else's sadhana, please. If you are a seeker, don't condemn anyone's sadhana. Many times we do that, especially people who with Vedanta, they have some subtle, type of a ego or whatever you call it, that we look down, hum to Vedanta vichar karte. And then yoga people always have another thing. We practice, they only are theory. Have you heard that one before? We actually practice, we make you do. So up and down leg, that is called practice. And the others are only what? Theory. So don't do that, because all this shows that we have not understood what is the role of each, why we do what we do, etc., etc. So please don't condemn anyone. Is it okay? For me, this is good. मेरे लिए ये साधना ठीक है. इसका अर्थ ऐसा नहीं है कि ये सुपीरियर है, ये इन्फीरियर है. ऐसे मत करो किसी के लिए. कोई कहे कि भक्ति है ना, भक्ति. Don't say that. You can get the highest through what? But that is also possible. Okay? There's a tendency, we become like bhakti means khatam. Then only we say, oh, bhakti alone. Moksha karana sargamagriyam bhaktireva gariyasi. But they don't understand. Sa swarupānusandhānam bhaktiritya bhidhiyate. That bhakti is not what we understand as bhakti. He said what? Swarupānusandhānam. That is called bhakti over there. Are you understanding? So this is the Bahiranga sadhana. Now we go to what? Antaranga. Now that comes Vedanta. Vedanta says this is it. Actually, till Bahiranga Sadhana, actual knowledge of Vedanta doesn't start. That's why Tattva Bodh also says what? Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna Adhikari. Then you start doing Tattva Jignasa after that. So that is all preparations you do whatever way you want. Now we will do what? Vedanta. So now we enter into what? Vedanta. When you enter into Vedanta, that is the Antaranga Sadhana. Are you with me, everyone? So what is understood before coming to the Vedanta class? That you are what? Not over, no, but relative. That's why I say always relative. Relatively. Then this will be effective. If this relative thing also is not there, it will not be effective. Supposing right now, your mind, I'm seeing some minds really like tired and sleepy. What will happen to that? Any Vedanta will go in or what? Please tell me. Tattvamasi. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It's exactly what's going to happen. So you have to have this. Supposing you got a terrible stomachache and you are listening to Tattvamasi. I'll tell you this, and literally it happened. Once I was talking Vedanta and all, and someone in it was years back when I was in Ahmedabad. And this person I know very well. They've been close to me and everything. And after the lecture was over, I says, "What, Swamiji? I'm not the body, I'm not the body you're saying." When you get, that person had appendicitis, not appendicitis, some kidney stone or something. And the pain of that kidney stone when it starts is unbearable. It's just very bad. And that person had that pain. You're saying, if you get that stone now, then you will understand. I said, but why are you wishing such terrible things? I have never harmed you in my life. I've always been good to you. Why do you want me to get kidney stones, Ray? No, you are saying I'm not the body, I'm not the body. So he was getting angry when I'm saying what? So what are you talking? I am not the body. Why? With that pain, if you listen, I am not the body, will you ever get that knowledge? Please tell me. Any possibility? No. You get the point. That's why what should require? Relatively healthy body. Shuddhata, ekagrata, sukshmata. All this is ready. Then we are ready for what? The journey. Okay? So tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, we will start what? Our journey. Everyone ready? Yes. Good. पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ